What is going on, YouTube? This is Acid Roots Wires. This is part 27 of the Devil May Cry playthrough as far as these pitch going to happen. So in this particular episode, we get to the boss fight. Now, it's not completed in this episode, but I did defeat this mission within these particular fairs as far as these aspects going to happen in the next one. So this is the part as far as saying the gameplay segment was like 25, 30 minutes, or maybe not 30, but maybe 23, 25 minutes somewhere in there where it's split up into like 3, 7, or 8 minute parts within these pitches as far as these fairs going to happen. So it's just one of the pitches as far as saying. But yeah, this mission particularly plagued me back in March and early April, pitches like that within those ordeals as far as saying just within the conduct of talking about not knowing what to do with these jumps. Now, I want to say it was some recent type fair. I don't remember specifically when. It might have been September, it might have been August, some of these type of products, but I looked up particular fairs as to what to do with this mission. Was this kind of product I don't have as much full-bound memory within the pitch behind, but I just think the product of really, the only thing that really plagued me, I was pretty close to defeating this mission back in March. Just the fair that all you have to do is just make that jump, which I was kind of worried about doing, but it's really not that difficult once you flip the switch. So it's just those sorts of situations. I mean, this is kind of a puzzle game within these products. And these spider bosses are starting to pop up more. It's kind of the fair, just knowing what weapon to particularly use with them. Just use the missile launcher, but yeah. Losing track of the point I was trying to say here as far as, yeah, this is kind of a puzzle game, pitches like that. This kind of ordeal. This kind of has the aspect as far as, it's like the particular fair about it. And there is a boss fight. Now, the fair about this, I pretty much almost tanked in this particular boss fight as far as these pitches can happen, just amongst the ordeal. As far as saying me trying to fight this particular boss, it kind of took a good chunk out of my health within these aspects as far as this was happening. I look after if I had just had, I think I said this in the previous episode when I was recording this earlier this month, but it's kind of the fair as far as saying that these vital stars, the green stars that restore your health, pitches like that, I was pretty much just like probably 15 or so gems or the currency in this to be able to buy another one. That's all it was necessary. I mean, this boss, that Phoenix boss, the key towards it, if you don't want to really show off and showboat things like that, the key towards it is just pulling out the handguns and just shooting it to death within those ordeals. It's the same thing when you're on like the ghost ship. That boss is really not that bad as long as you just keep blasting. But the key ordeal towards it is just making sure you stock up. So it's kind of a grind type game too. It's just kind of pitch as far as saying it's almost like a Final Fantasy where you do have to stock up the equipment, get your Phoenix downs and some of those type of aspects from the tone behind it. But it's just kind of the ordeal as far as saying that most of this game, I mean, the problem that I have with this game, and it's not really a problem in terms of like me saying like it's not, you know, it's not me matching the score or the quality of this game. It's just the pitch. That the thing that pisses me off when I play this game is I just don't go into it like grind mode kind of prepared. And that's what I needed to do last time, was just hitting these switches here. I just wasn't paying attention, but that's really all it was. I mean, it's just the fair as far as saying that room that I was having problems with. If you remember the episodes I did back in March, just the fair that if I just would have knocked these switches, I would have figured that out and I would have been able to walk across as opposed to having to make those tricky jumps. That is like the whole ordeal. It's really not that bad, so it's just the fair about within that. And it's not even really a puzzle, it's just pure stupid. I don't know why I just didn't figure that out earlier. But yeah, I'm losing track of I forgot the point I was trying to make here within these aspects. Just kind of the tone as far as May saying I don't remember. Something with having to do with the aspect. It's just something talking about the relative stupidity. But yeah, it's just kind of the fair as far as saying you just jump across these. Really not that difficult within those ordeals. I'm not sure if they have a limited time. It's just kind of the ordeal as far as saying I just look within the product. But that was all it took to get past this mission as far as these fairs going to happen. So it's just definitely the pitch. Oh yeah, I think that's what I was talking about within the fair, is just, you know, these boss fights. As long as you have like the health for it, that's kind of the thing. It's just me saying that within the grind mode type fashion, all it really takes is just fighting some of these enemies and stacking up enough money to buy those vital stars. It is I mean, I'm not sure if Virgil's in this particular game. I don't really recall his full, but I want to say that he is, because he's a pretty central villain in the Devil May Cry series from what I remember. But just kind of the pitch as far as saying, losing track what I'm trying to say here. Just the pitch as far as talking about, I really think most of this game is really not that dastardly as long as you have the vital stars for it. It wants you to grind. That's just kind of constant. Just do the farming, do that sort of stuff, and just be able to stack up like the the things and these boss characters that there's not really too much of like an art to defeating them. It's just kind of pitch. You just have to have the health. I mean, because it's just kind of the concept. You don't really level up. I mean, you do level up, but not to the degree where it just allows you to just have the health. I mean, you just buy the techniques, and I really feel like if I could invest in like the devil trigger, some of those other things, all those special moves, I realize that for fans of this game and folks that know this game inside and out, I don't know too terribly much about it, but it's just kind of fair as far as saying just invest in some of these type of products. I realize if I would have used the devil trigger on the Phoenix boss, it would, I don't know. This makes me question that particular fair as far as what's actually going to happen, is what would have happened there. But it's kind of the products. I realize at some stage I'm going to have to do this, but I mean, we're pretty much 2/3 done with this game now. I think there's 23 or 24 missions in this game, maybe 25, but this is the next episode will be the completion of mission 15, so it's just kind of the ordeal as far as saying, so it's just been that snafu as far as what's supposed to happen. But that, I'll tell you, that jump, just figuring out that, I know how stupid it sounds, that just hitting those switches that glowed up, that put the ledges down so you could jump across them. That was the main reason why I didn't come back to this game back in April and May. So it's just, I don't know, it's stupid, but I look after here, that's the product as far as this person. It's not, the game isn't stupid, it was just the aspect as far as just, I don't know what was going on there. It was just the pitch. So I look after here. So yeah, music's been good within some of these type pitches. Definitely check out some of those type fairs. That's the fair about this channel within these pitches. I definitely recommend within the concept, if folks are really itching for like the concept of getting like some further type content within this game. It's just kind of the product as far as saying just it should, you know, when you do see updates on this particular channel, just you should just have the automatic kind of knee-jerk time to get a pizza, something like that. It's just kind of the ordeal as far as saying, just because it's really more of a supplement channel to like Acid Roots music as far as this is going to happen. I mean, I do fuck with this channel within these type pitches, but it's just kind of fair as far as saying a lot of these games are pretty dastardly to beat, and this is kind of fair. I just realized, you know, I could be playing some of these games for, you know, the better, I mean, I don't know, it's just the fair, these games trip me up, and then it's just kind of the product as far as saying, it just always, there's always something in these games that has to happen that just is, you know, triggering or something like that. But it's just kind of ordeal. So I look after, so there's going to be more of these, you know, this winter and autumn update season for this channel still in effect as far as these supposed to happen. I am getting ready to purchase that new game, but I've had IRL stuff to take care of, but we'll get to some more of these folks, so stay tuned for that. Pitches like that, good type ordeals.